Mariner leads her team in kills, 2.38 kills per set, but is only hitting at a 176 clip. Sort of found her groove a match ago. Brooke Boyso finding her groove as she explodes with a right-hand sledgehammer. Madison DeGarmo with 10 blocks from the service line here coming out of the timeout. 10 serving 5. Feldmuth popping it up for Matthews. That one trickles back on the Bakersfield side. Elisaya running quick to Boyso. Not a clean contact, but able to get it across. Back row attack to Horton. She is dug by Crystal Hernandez, the sophomore from Culver City, California. Rafa Bonifacio tattoos it. It's senior day from the Icardo Center. CSU Bakersfield has already booked a spot in the WAC tournament, but today they can improve their seeding. Hi everybody, I'm Brian Fenley. CSUB is tied for 4th place in the conference, which puts them in to the conference tournament. Only the top 6 teams qualify. They're taking on a Grand Canyon team that is sitting in that 6th spot. They're young, they're feisty. They start all underclassmen, and they've had a lot of success lately with their middles and generating offense there. One being Maria Adams. She's coming off a breakout performance against New Mexico State. Had 8 kills, hit .615 in that match. GCU head coach Tim Nolan says ultimately, though, their focus needs to be on their side of the net. He's urging his players to avoid long rallies. He says those are sequences which favor Bakersfield. For CSUB, look for Rafa Bonifacio to get going. She had her best match of the season against Grand Canyon earlier this year. 16 kills and hit over 400. But as of late, for Rafa, has not been playing up to her standards. Just 1 kill over the course of her last 3 matches. So look for her to step up her game. This team in Bakersfield will need her help. First serve coming up next on ESPN3. There was really no block established there. It was late coming from Sukov, but Ferris unable to keep it in bounds. She had 3 kills on Thursday. Combination play, they go to the perimeter, and the put down courtesy of Palmieri, the junior out of Brazil. Averaging 2.48 kills per set on the season, and is hitting just 137 on the year. She will step back from the service line. Out of system, Bakersfield Sukov rifling one out of the backcourt. That one is dug outside to Dela Cruz, and she pounds one down and unable to be corralled by Krista Hernandez, the sophomore libero. So 3-2 here. Last win on this floor for CSU Bakersfield. You got to go back to October 8th. And it came in a thriller against Seattle U. 5-set takedown. Roadrunners will play at Seattle U on November 17th. That is their final regular season conference game. And then, of course, Bakersfield will host the WAC tournament. That starts on the 22nd of November. It goes to the 24th. Mariner pushing it down with 1 blocker up in Ferris, and Mariner is able to take advantage here. Named to the preseason all-WAC team, Tegan DeFalco from the service line, sophomore libero out of Long Beach, California. Preseason all-WAC for her. Sukov's swing is askew past the baseline. Point going to GCU. In the middle of October, DeFalco was named the WAC Volleyball Defensive Player of the Week. And in that span of 2 matches where they got wins against Bakersfield and Chicago State, she's unable to control that one there after the smash down from DeGarmo. But she averaged 6.38 digs per set in those 2 wins against CSUB and Chicago State. Now, mind you, there was a 7-match losing streak for Grand Canyon. They started the conference 0-4, and this after they had a relatively strong beginning in preseason. They had some signature wins, if you will. They started out the season with a win against New Mexico, beat Santa Clara Also wins against Southern Utah and Jacksonville State. But things went south early after that. They fell in 4 sets to the University of Texas Arlington, which cascaded into a 7-match losing streak. And on the dump, Molly Feldmuth, the sophomore out of South Pasadena, California, coming away with the point. Molly started really getting into volleyball in 6th grade. She had an older sister, Megan, who played college volleyball, and she wanted to be like her older sister. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Fenley. Bakersfield is fighting for their conference tournament lives right now. They have lost 5 in a row, but are sitting 5th in the standings. Of course, only the top 6 in the conference qualify for that tournament. Chicago State has a chance to make that tournament, but they have lost 9 out of their last 10 matches and are the poorest blocking team in the WAC. For the Roadrunners, Desiree Sukoff needs to have a bounce-back performance. And Desiree Sukoff, I mentioned in the pregame that this was your game to shine. You maybe didn't play up to your standards that you knew you could the last couple of matches, but you came on here, hit over 300, and helped your team get out of this 5-match losing streak. What did you do today that allowed yourself to kind of break out of a rut and play so well offensively?
When it came down to me personally, I really focused in practice, and I wanted to minimize my errors, especially out of system, because when we...
It will be 15 serving 12. Big focal point for Bakersfield, minimizing the attacking errors. There is Dela Cruz up against a triple block. Soft block goes to Sukoff. They go into the middle, and it's Brooke Boyso teeing off for another put away. She had 10 kills, 2 hitting errors on 17 swings against the Kangaroos. Hit .471, which was the best attack percentage on her team in that match. Adams goes backside to Pearl, over the double block, and it sails wide.